Okay. Good morning, Thursday. There is not going to be an auction tonight. Normally, in the summertime, we don't do auctions or race nights. But I was doing them there for a couple weeks. I'm trying to finish the upstairs in the shed. I might just do a video of me getting the upstairs in the shed finished. But there will be no auction tonight. I just wanted to let everybody know that there will be no auction tonight. There is no auction tonight. Today is another good day. Let's see here. I got a lot of things on my mind right now, and so I'm going through a lot of different things in my head, trying to get things. Daniel's nagging me. I told him that, the order has went to Regal, which it has sent to Regal, and Regal is in Washington. It takes time for the shipping department to process the order and get it all ready, so I just hope people are patient. What is really amazing is how I'm just, sometimes I'm just amazed at how our customers, how loyal our customers are, and how many people just love to buy things from ProTinkerToys.com. Our guns, if I could tell you how many guns we sell, you guys would probably be shocked if I told you how many guns. We have X this morning. We are live on X, so if you want to see another side of the show, you can go to X and be taping that also, because I have that in also Letterbox. This is called Letterbox. Now, just so you guys if you didn't understand what Letterbox is, there's a thing that was called that they had to start doing in the 50s and or in the 60s and 70s. Okay, that's because the television sets that were made in the 70s and the 80s, really, but really during to the 80s until really the flat screen televisions came out, which in Europe they were, late 90s. In America, that really wasn't until about 2005 until they really became a staple item at Walmart. But before flat screen TVs and all these large televisions, there used to be what you call the 32-inch television. And that was the largest TV that you could buy and put it in your home, was a 32-inch television. And that was the largest screen that you could buy, was an oval, somewhat oval, round, tubed television that you would put in. It's just a typical television set, okay? And they used to have to take all these 70 millimeter movies, okay, that were widescreen 70 millimeter. See, people that go to the movie, and I talked about this last week, people that go to the movies nowadays, you have no idea how big movie theaters were back when I grew up in the 70s and the 60s, and even in the 80s and 90s, okay? The Showcase Cinema in Toledo, Ohio, the Showcase Cinemas were three cinemas that were in Toledo during the late 60s, when I started to when I lived near Franklin Park Mall, they had the Showcase Cinemas, okay, that were right across the street from Westgate Shopping Center. And these three cinemas, there were just three cinemas. And each one of the cinemas were and I really don't know how to describe how big they were, but they were so huge that when they decided to break them up, okay, when Showcase decided that, hey, we can't be showing these movies in these giant theater because we can't fill them anymore because not enough people are buying tickets. They literally had to break them into three different theaters. Okay, that's how big the screen was. Okay, and they were able to chop it into three screens. Okay. Well, anyways, on television, you had what you called pan and scan. And so a 70 millimeter movie, you could only get, like, for example, if I look at my screen, you can only get the center of the screen. And so if I went all the way over to the right here, okay, so I'm all the way over here, okay? And so when you're watching that on a 32-inch TV, okay, if I'm way over here, can you guys see me over here? All right, so I'm all the way over on the right side of the screen. If I then move all the way over to here, well, on a regular 32-inch television, you would only see the center. And so they had to, it was called pan and scan. So when they were broadcasting this movie, they would have to pan and scan, okay, very slowly to the other side of the screen. It was terrible, okay? Then I remember in the late 70s, they finally, I think it was called, the movie that I remember them not pan and scanning, it was called Letterbox. And they basically blacked off the bottom and the top of the screen. And so you were able to see the whole movie. Okay. But those were on 32-inch televisions. Okay. Which are just, I remember my dad, my stepdad, Mac, my dad. I remember that in the 80s, he finally bought a really nice television. And he bought this huge television or he bought this big wooden television console that had, you could put a DVD player in it. You could put a flat, videotapes. You could put everything in it. Well, when they moved, that thing was just useless. We finally bought him a flat screen TV, but you couldn't put it inside the machine. It was so obsolete. So when you watched movies back then, it was all pan and scan. Nowadays, everything is flat screen, but some people like to watch videos that are up and down because they're on their stupid phones. It's amazing how sometimes we're reverting back to our primal technology. It's kind of like I was talking about yesterday, about that when you're on this text message, when you're texting, when you're watching this live and you text us, okay? Your text message should be one sentence, or less than 2 lines. Okay, it should be whatever you're typing should be less than 2 lines. Okay, if it's more than 2 lines, it's too much information. It should be 1 or 2 lines, not sentences. If you got 2 sentences, you're way talking too much. It should be, for example, Rod Rodriguez goes, "Thank you, guys." It's a very simple. Rod, sorry about your loss. What happened now? What did Rob lose? Because I haven't been watching the live stream because I'm really Phil. Today is my wife's 2nd year anniversary. Oh yeah, of Rob's wife. Yes, it's his 2nd year anniversary, and if you there is a normally it's if you've been married more than 30 years, the odds of you remarrying, okay, within the first year it's like 50% immediately remarry, and then the other 50% never remarry. They never remarry. They don't want to have, they don't want to go through that again. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know if I don't think Kathy would remarry. If I passed away, I don't think Kathy would remarry. Well, I know she wouldn't remarry, and I don't think I would either. You know, it's like you're at the stage. Okay, well, I'll be 66. Why would I remarry? You know, it's like, what the point? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if I would remarry. I don't think Kathy would remarry either. And all right, so my daughter-in-law. So I know that my daughter-in-law, and I have I had three daughter-in-laws. I still have three daughter-in-laws. It's just one of them just kind of like went loco, and oh, that was a bad experience. Okay, so my first daughter-in-law was Mandy, or is Mandy. Okay, and and she lives in Perrysburg. My other daughter-in-law, Jessie, she lives in town here, and we're going to be doing a video tonight because I am starting a GoFundMe page for their house, and I'm going to take you down to their house later today, and I'm going to do a in-depth video and then I'm going to post it on GoFundMe because you know, everybody else does it, and I'm thinking, well, why shouldn't I do it? You know what, everybody else donates money. Oh, you see all these live videos of people donating money to, you know, building up houses or fixing up houses. And so I said, why not ProTinker? So, you know, if people want to donate to their house and watching this house being fit or built. And then, you know, a lot of people like you know what it is? Let me just tell you right now. When the Waltons was on television, okay, they love the Waltons because, you know, and obviously it's just fiction. It's not real, but it's a true story of how people lived in Virginia in the early 1900s, in the 1900s, you know, 1910 and before the war, World War II. And, you know, you watch people grow up. It's the same thing with the Little House on the Prairie. That's the same type of people love to watch because they love to watch these kids grow up. And I'm thinking, well, for Mackie and Frankie and or David and everybody likes to watch for some reason they like my family. They want to watch my family. Not that I'm any great, okay? I'm not any great, but anyway. So we're gonna be doing some videos on Daniel's house, and I'm going to do a video today. When I get off today, we're going to do a walkthrough of their house. I'm going to show you what is happening with their house and how we are it's really coming along really awesome. There's some little details that we have that we're going to be going through all that with you, and we're going to show you his little house and because obviously you guys, whenever you buy something from us, you're a part of the family in a sense. When you buy something from me, like, for example, you know, I had a guy, what's his name, called from Ohio. He bought a motocross store. And we had a nice conversation. You know, everybody is a part of this family, you know. I hate to tell you, if you're watching this show, you're a part of the family, you know. And that's just the nature of the connection that we have with our customers. All right. So anyways, my daughter-in-law, I'm sitting upstairs in my private television room. And I'm just sitting there relaxing. And all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. Well, my daughter-in-law, she must have gone to Toledo to the Mexican grocery store. And she picked up me some fresh Mexican donuts. These are made by Mexicans, okay? These are fresh donuts, okay? And these are so soft, okay? Let me, I can't wear my teeth when I'm eating these things because they're so soft. Now, I know, Arbuckle is not going to like me eating these donuts, but, I mean, this thing is so soft, okay? Oh. Oh, man. And that's what I'm doing, Arbuckle. So this is a donut. Now the Mexicans, oh my gosh. The Mexicans, they really love to make their donuts really soft, and they're big too. Now, just so you know, I did have 3 slices of bacon, 1 egg, 2 strawberries, 1 slice of crustless bread, and a half a cup of orange juice. It's not it's not good for you. Mike, okay, so this tastes terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Uh-oh, here comes Arbuckle. That's how donuts are here in Houston. Look at that, always big in Houston. Let me tell you a story about Houston. Let me tell you a story about Texas. All right. Oh, man, it's a good donut. I got 3 more of them today, too, baby. My daughter-in-law loves me. Yeah, baby. All right, hold on. Oh, man, these are good. Now, let me tell you about Texas. No, I'm not 300. I'm 280. All right. I lost about... Actually, I've got down to about 240. All right, so let me tell you the story about Texas. All right. So Arbuckle lives in Texas, okay? And Arbuckle says that's how donuts are here in Texas, Houston. So I started working for Irwin Toy. I never really got to Texas. Well, yeah, I did get to Texas, but things really started going big when I started traveling the country back in 2007. 2008 was my first road trip around the United States. That was in 2008. 2008, April, I started my road trip around the United States to go to the nurses show. That was May 1st. And I got to Houston, and I was coming out of Dallas, and I was coming into Houston, and I noticed, because people always say everything's bigger in Texas. And I was just saying to myself, I was coming onto the freeway, and I was just thinking, and we were coming into Texas, and I was looking, I kept going higher and higher. It seemed like I was a mile in the air, and the highways are just, they're massive. They're just like, how do they build these things so big in Texas? Then it dawned on me, Texas, people just have this looking to deposit their drug stock. So anyways, I finally realized when you understand this stat, all right, so somebody did a study, and they decided, or they in this study, they realized that everybody on the planet Earth, everybody that's living, this really shows you how many people are on Earth, and how that we are not even close to how many people could live on this planet. Okay, and effectively feed them all. We're not even close to. It's just mismanagement. It's like in South Africa. They're just mismanagement in that country that they went. It's just absolutely insane. But anyways, going back to Texas. So there was a study, and everybody on Earth could live in Texas, and I think it's a square mile in a 2-bedroom apartment. Everybody could live in this one small section of Texas. Now, if you know how big Texas is, you would say that's impossible. No, it's not. Everybody on this earth could live in Texas in a 2-bedroom apartment, and not even and I don't know if it's a square mile or if it's 2 square miles, but anyways, it's very small if you understand the size of Texas. So I was driving in Texas, and I'd gotten to San Antonio, and I visited the hobby store town there. There was a Hobby Town USA, ran by a nice family, but unfortunately, it's all gone now, and it's really sad. They moved it. They had 2 locations, and then they finally went out of business. Really sad, really. And so I had to go from San Antonio to El Paso. Okay. Now, if you drive from Houston to San Antonio, that's a day trip to begin with, because we had driven to San Antonio. My wife, her brother used to live there, and we went there for Christmas once. And oh gosh, when did we do that too? Kathy would have to tell me what year that was. Anyway, so I drove from San Antonio to El Paso. That trip alone was an all-day trip. I remember when I pulled my red HHR that had SCX digital all over. I remember when I drove into El Paso. That car was so covered in dust. Okay, you couldn't even see the red. Okay. And it just, the size of Texas just literally blows your mind. Okay, it's so huge. And that's just one state of Texas. Okay. And literally the state of Texas, the amount of land that is used. Okay. Hey Siri, how much land is used in Texas? Oh my gosh, Texas covers an area of 260,000 square feet. Land use is approximately 700 million acres. That's nothing. Holy moly. Holy cow. That's hardly anything. So, Texas is just, you just can't define how big Texas is. It's just absolutely amazing. Okay, how big Texas is. And yeah, Hobbytown USA, trying to open up, unless you're a corporate, or trying to open up a hobby store or any type of retail in a high tax environment is very hard. And getting real estate or getting retail loans right now are extremely hard. Okay, because the amount of interest, it's just it doesn't help. You know, it's not conclusive to retail, and so people they want to open up a retail store. The amount of money you have to have down is just, so they went from 125 stores in 2020. Before that, well, I think back in 2015 they had about 125, 130 stores. They were sold out to another company, and now they have 75 stores. Hobbytown USA does. They have 75 stores around the country. They used to have 125. Okay, and a lot of times, a lot of people would jump into Hobbytown but they really didn't have any idea how to run a business. You know, Hobbytown Hobbytown USA had a great initial what do you call it? Initial business plan, and then they started to get overcomplicated. Then they started buying existing hobby stores. For example, for 10 grand, you could buy into Hobbytown USA. They would take your existing hobby store, like for example this one. They couldn't do anything with mine because I'm ProTinkerToys.com. So I could technically become Hobbytown USA, ProTinkerToys.com. You know, that I suppose you could do that, but it wouldn't really be. I have a better presence on the internet, on YouTube, for my store, ProTinkerToys.com. I mean, whenever I post a video, and this is why I was telling you guys yesterday that every time I post a video, you know, especially if we have a sale or whatever we're promoting, you know, that generates sales based on all the people that are watching my live stream. And I'm only getting 28 to 50 people watching my live stream. It's not like it's a lot of people, okay? And this is a lot of effort to do a 2-hour live stream. People think, oh, that's easy. I can do that. I can do that anytime. Well, you know what? Go do it. Try it, okay? Try doing it non-stop, consistently, okay? So I told everybody that I'm going to be showing off. Matter of fact, let me go get those because I'm going to do them here, not over in the slot car aisle. And what's really amazing is every time I show these cars, I must sell $1,000 worth of them. I'm not kidding. I mean, every time I show these cars, I sell, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 worth of these cars, these new ones that we're getting. Okay, and they're coming out of Regal. Unfortunately, I'm not a small retailer, so I'm not getting 1 or 2 cases. If that's the case, I would get them by UPS. But mine's come by freight. That means or comes by trucks, and so they come all the way from Washington by truck. Okay. Now sometimes it will come on a freight train all the way to Chicago, and then Chicago it comes to me by truck. So it is a little bit delay. You guys okay. So there's 3 new assortments that are coming out. There are 3 new assortments coming out. You got SC 316, 17, and 18. Okay, those are 3 new assortments, and there are basically 4 cars to each one of these assortments, which is really great. So you have 4 cars in each one of these assortments, and you have there are 2 colors for each car, a livery. It's called a livery. When you're talking about the color of the car, it really talks about the livery of the car. Okay, and so one of the first cars that is in the livery of 316 are the and these are U&M's favorite cars. So U&M loves these cars the most, and that is the Willys Gasser. Okay, this is the Willys Gasser Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the Willys Gasser Silver. And these are both of the Willys Gassers, and these are available for pre-order right now at ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. These are available right now at our store at ProTinkerToys.com. And believe it or not, I don't know if you guys were watching. Some of you, I think there's maybe 10 of you that are left that started watching us from the very beginning back in 2020. Those were the first days. Now, there's really one person that is the oldest person that's been watching us. So Adam Hurt started buying SCX Digital back in 2008 and 9. He's the oldest YouTuber that is watching the live stream now. And that is Adam. Adam's the oldest. Okay, he's been watching me for that long. Now the next car is the Suburban, the Chevy Suburban. We've got two versions of that. We have a tan version, which is the dirty version, and that is the tan and dirty version. Okay. And then we have the green version of the Suburban. This is going to be one of the sleeper cars. This is a car that you're going to want to get because this is a really nice, and these are all Thunderjet chassis. These are all Thunderjet chassis. And a lot of you are probably saying, Brian, I don't want to see these cars again. You already showed these once. Why are you doing it? I have to, because that's why I'm in business, for you guys to buy this new product. Then we have the El Camino, 1969 El Camino. Very classic car here in America. Very classic. Very classic. You want to get the El Camino. And then you have my favorite is the yellow El Camino. And you want to get these on order right now because these are very limited quantities. Limited quantities. We are on Panavision on X, so don't forget to watch X at ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. I've got X up here, so if you're watching the two versions, I have YouTube right here. I'm pointing right at it. YouTube right there. That's YouTube right there. And X is right there. And the next car is the Dodge Charger. Dodge Charger is right there. That's another beautiful car, Dodge Charger. And we have the dirty version of the Dodge Charger. Dodge Charger. These are all available at ProTinkerToys.com, ProTinkerToys.com, on our website. You want to get these now. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful car? And these are assortment. I'm going to go through these really quick. So you got your Gasser. You've got your Suburban. You got your Suburban. You got your El Camino. You got your El Camino. You got your Charger and your Charger. All available. And this is SC416. 416. These are available right now at our website. You want to go to our website. You want to click whatever car you want. Now, you can buy all 8 of them, or you can buy 4 of them. However you want to do it, or just buy 1 each. All I'm telling you is that you want to get them as fast as you can, okay? You want to get these on order as fast as you can. And these are all available. And you want to get your stuff as fast as you can. And that is SC316. And then 317 are all Thunderjet cars. These are all Thunderjet. Thunderjet and 4-gear. You got a couple 4-gear and actually, no, these are all Thunderjets. These are all on the new Thunderjet Ultra G chassis. So these are the brand new chassis, because you can tell the brand new chassis because you have the bent over metal. This is to solder on the lights if they're flamethrowers. And if they don't have that metal bent over, They're the old chassis, and they came out before 2001. So if you see this bent over metal, that means this chassis was made after 2022. Okay, after 2022. No more I wheels. Yes, no more I wheels. There are no more I wheels. They did away with the I wheels.
Hello.
There are no more I wheels, are there?
What do you mean?
Were there I wheels for these 4 assortments?
Did we get them?
No, I'm saying, are there did they send images of the I wheels for 16, 17? Okay. All right. Thanks. All right. So there are I wheels. I just did not print the I wheel colors. Okay. All right. So this is, yes.
See if we got tracking or not?
No, I texted Daniel. I can only do so much. I mean, I can't browbeat them. If we're in the pipeline,
I'm just wondering if we
Daniel,
got tracking.
Daniel, I do not have tracking yet. I just text them. Okay, we are in a pipeline. So if we got to them late, that means everybody else is ahead of us. And so it's really whatever we are in the line of them shipping. Unfortunately, that's the case. Okay, unless we decide that we are going to start doing advanced credit and all that kind of stuff and be top. This is where we are right now. Okay.
What?
Do you understand?
I don't understand what you just said.
Okay.
But I'll let you go.
All right. Okay, so we have the 55 Bel Air. This is the black and gold 55 Bel Air. This is SC 417. Then we have the white Bel Air. These are stock versions, stock colors, black and white with the white or black trim. Now, for some reason, I lost my power. All right. When everything goes wrong, it all goes at the same time. So, well, I lost my X. Unbelievable. Version 2 of Thursday's show. Unbelievable. These are too sensitive. Some of these are just way too sensitive, where you lose your live stream. Daniel sounded like he's still in bed. Well, he did a lot of work on the house yesterday. I'm going to do a video of the house today so you guys can get a picture of what we're doing. And that's the Bel Air. And then the next car is the 64 Corvette convertible with scoop, with the power scoop. And this is a blue. We have the light blue and black. Here's the black and light blue, all two colors of the Corvettes. And these are available. These are shipping here probably next week. Then we have the chrome blue Dodge Charger CRT with the green chrome CRT with the black roof. Really nice looking car. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? And then the El Caminos, black and yellow with black trim. Black and yellow with black trim. Beautiful looking cars. Nice cars. Nice. Really nice. And this is 417. 417. This is 417. And this is the second assortment that is coming out. And you got 4 more assortments coming. And and then this is 418. I really like 418 because I like the cars in it. I think this is a really nice assortment. You've got these VW Beetles, these Turtle Wax VW Beetles. These are going to be just phenomenal cars. Okay, phenomenal. We got one here. I'm going to switch it like this so both of you guys can see it at the same time. And these are the VW Beetle Turtle Wax. There's A and B. And then my favorite, got Gale Force Raceway, the Mayor and Sweet Jane. We got Gale Force Raceway is now back online. We got Sweet Mary Jane. We got the Mayor. And we've got the Rat Fink vans. These are really nice. These are 4-gear Rat Fink vans. Beautiful cars. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Just beautiful. Yep. Just beautiful. And we got the blue and the yellow. We got the yellow and the blue here. And we have the yellow and the blue. Made a big mistake yesterday. I told you, remember I told you on that track, you had to go down to the house to get the other 2 pieces of track? Well, somebody packed up the eBay order, so I had to put it in reship the other 2 pieces. I'll forgive you because I love you, you know. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't forgive you. You know, I don't think there is any more disgusting habit than chewing tobacco. Okay, let me just tell you right now. Okay, there is nothing worse than chewing tobacco. Okay, and you know that things have changed when the military now, you know, chewing tobacco and smoking in the military were like in the 70s and the 80s, you smoked everywhere, okay? You literally, on submarines, everybody smoked on submarines. Everybody. You know, I mean, the whole ship smoked on submarines. And now you can't even smoke on a ship anymore. That shows you how backwards we've gotten. How did we win World War II? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. See ya. Be safe. Okay, so Gale Force Raceway. So nobody is commenting today. Everybody is commenting. It's all just Arbuckle eating donuts is up there. And then the next vehicle of SC 417 are the Datsun trucks. And these are 4-gear too, or these are extraction too. These are really nice. They almost look like they'd be on a Thunderjet chassis. Okay, but these are And then the last car of 417 is probably the most popular of 417. Well, the VW Beetles, those are going to sell out, but the Golf cars, these are really nice. You got the Golf, you got the orange and blue and the white and blue. Orange and blue and white and blue. Orange and blue and white and blue. And these are all Golf cars. These are the Golf cars. Of course, I'm not showing them good enough. There, that's better. And these are all brand new assortments. There are 3 new assortments, and those are all new cars that are coming out. These are all new assortments. And okay, guys, I'll be right back. Well, you know what? Oh, here it is. Ha ha. Here was that fourth. Here's that fourth crossbow. Here's that fourth crossbow that we were looking for. I knew we had four of them. Right there it is. Unbelievable. So sometimes nature calls, okay? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes life is short, and you have to do what you have to do. No, they're not. No, no. Okay, no. There are eye wheels. There are eye wheels. So that was That was a mistake by me. So I'm going to show you the eye wheels right now. Hold on. Matter of fact, I think you can go to the website and see them too. Well, we don't have pictures of the eye wheels. For some reason, they are not. Well, I don't have images of them. Wow, SC. Okay, so here is, let me show you. Let me show you the most popular assortment that we ever had. Okay, and we literally went through No, that wasn't it. 364. I thought it was 364. Man, we just sold so many cars. Gosh, it's just so amazing. Do you remember these cars here? Check out these cars. Remember these cars? That came out 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff that is all gone, and that people don't even realize that we have any of that product anymore. And that's why, I tell people that, um, um, of the amount of product that we've had over the last 5 years, it's quite amazing. It's quite amazing. Well, the thing with iWheels, Kevin, is so iWheels basically are a chaser card. It's kind of like a one out of you basically it's 1 out of 1,000. You're getting, and this is just a unique car. It's all molded. The chassis is all white, and the body is all white, other than whatever part is colored. So if you have trim and all that, that stays the real color. It's just the body. If the body's blue, it's going to be all white. It's basically just a chaser. It's just people like to collect them. It's the odd man out type thing. That's really what it is. It's kind of like this. So if you get and I told Auto World to do this. So and this was a great idea by Craig. This came out in 23. So this is the expanded track, okay? And so the expanded track has a chaser car, which is a 55 Bel Air. Okay, you can only get this body in this track plan thing. Okay, and I literally bought out, and I overbought, but I have hundreds of. I bought all they had at the warehouse. Okay, because I wanted to be the only one that has this body. Okay, and so the only way you can get this body is by buying this track plan book or this expanded track. It's very simple. And that is the expanded track. And it comes with 7 feet of track, 7 extra feet of track, and it comes with the 55 Bel Air limited edition. This is not made by lots of them, okay? This is a very limited edition 55 Bel Air. Let me get my glasses so I can show you it in detail. This is a prime example of a chaser. It's called the Moneymaker, okay? And it is a 55 Bel Air green. It's kind of like a fluorescent green, a metallic green, all right? With the scoop. It's a really beautiful body. It's called Moneymaker. Just a unique car, and you only get it in the expanded track. That's the only way you can buy this. And it comes with all this track, comes with all this extra track, 2 straights, a bunch of curves, and some decals. And this is all in the expanded track. Is that free body? Now, some people buy this whenever I show this, but a lot of people forget about it. But the expanded track is a great buy. Okay? And that right now is $49.99. You can buy that for $49.99. And I'm going to drop the price. I'm going to drop the price to $39.99. So you could save $10. You can save $10 on the expanded track. And what I tell people do is to buy, if you got an overstock of extraction chassis, you just put an extraction chassis on that body. And that's the expanded track. And I've got plenty of them. Not that I'm worried that I have too many of them. I know that body is going to only continue to go up in price because there's not that many of the expanded tracks, okay? And I bought 200 of them in my in my container, in my sea. Well, how many do we have? In my sea container, I have like now it's store. It says 0. We have 0 in stock. How is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It says 0. I don't have any inventory. TRX 112. I wonder if some of this stuff gets deleted. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Nothing works for me. Nothing wants to work. I have 199 of them. That's only 199 bodies. That's nothing. This will be another. Let me guarantee you that this will be another black 55 Bel Air yellow flame type chassis. Just telling you, if you want a great deal, that expanded track. Some people, you can buy a case of 6 of them and get a good deal. That's another great item. Is the expanded track. Now I don't know why. Now I had to reboot the computer. We have 199. Arbuckle, if you ever want to come up here for the week and help me, you're more than willing to help me, okay, Arbuckle? Okay, buddy? I would like to get that someday so I can get the car in it. Now is the time to get it, Robert Naval. It's only $39. What a deal. Good morning, everybody. Bryan, sounds like it's time to a physical event. No, I needed to up they were in the system, but I needed to reboot the computer. It was really an Apple's problem. It was an Apple's problem. So I just had to redo it, and then it showed me the correct inventory. How many we have? We have 199. And that's expanded track. It's on sale though for $39.99. You save $10. And I'll put that in Bryan's bargain so you can see it easy. So it's in Bryan's bargain right now. You can see that. Right now I'm in the warehouse, or I'm in the vault. I've got the. If you want to buy a race set, right now, if you're interested, or if you're looking at wanting to buy a good race set, if you're looking to get a good race set for a good price, I would have to recommend you getting this Sienta set. Let me. Everybody pronounces his name wrong. His name is really Mr. Artron Sienta. The T is silent in his word. So if you don't know how to spell his name or pronounce his name, he was a famous driver, and Artron Sienta. The T is silent. The T is silent. Okay, so it's Artron Sienta. Okay, and this is a great set. Plus, you can build 8 different layouts inside this set. You can build 8 different layouts. Okay, this is a great buy. We got Anthony Bateman Sr. is now back with us. He had to go put out a fire. How are you doing? I'm doing terrible, Anthony. I'm breathing heavily today. So the Artron set is really a good starter set if you're getting into 1/64 scale set, because you get a lot of track, and that's important in getting your stuff set up and getting your stuff going. Okay, you don't want to miss out on the great deals that are available at ProTinkerToys.com. We also have plenty of the 7x5x8 961 cars. We also have the training rifle. I can't show you that right now. But the Sienna set, Artron Sienna. It's actually called Sienna. I just like to piss Snuggles off. He gets really anal when you don't pronounce this guy's name right. He'll send me text messages because that's how insecure he is. Hey. I know that. I've been trying to get him to do a cross-track attached photo. So Snuggles only sends me a photo of him number one as a fan. Okay, so he's obsessed with being the fan number one. I don't know what it's all about, but anyway. So this is a great starter set. If you're wanting to get into slot cars, this is a great starter. Okay, now we just sold a ton of sets yesterday. We sold a giant raceway yesterday. We've sold we've been selling race sets like crazy. Okay, like crazy. It's really amazing. You know, if you want to support Pro Tinker Toys, if you want to support all that we do, the best way to do it is to just buy something. just buy something. Just go up and buy something. What you got to remember is, so if you go into Walmart and you're going to buy a toy, just say to yourself, should I buy this here or should I go to Pro Tinker Toys and see if there's something fun that I could get my grandkids or my kids or something there, instead of, maybe they'll like a toy gun, okay? Maybe I should get them a cap gun or a rubber band gun, you know? Maybe I should do something different, you know? And so that's what you have to think when you're at the store, okay? You have to think at the store, well, you know what? I'm just going to get something at Pro Tinker Toys. Now, we have another great set this came out last June. And this was the full throttle NASCAR set, 17 feet of track. It's got bank curves. It's a Super 3 chassis, and they sold out, baby. They sold out. These are available at ProTinkerToys.com. We have like 10 of them left. And these are available if you want to get a unique set and a unique car. Get one of these right now, full throttle sets. And then if you want to get a really fun set, this is one of my favorite, and that is the cross-track set. Okay, these come with 4-gear cars. This is a simple figure 8 set with a crossover intersection, basically. And this is just a great starter set. Okay, and what's great about this is you take this set. Is that going to stand up? I don't think so. I'm not high enough to really. Well, what's great about the cross-track set is you can take the cross-track set and add this set to it. Now, you can't use you can't put the extraction on a 4-gear chassis though. So you'd have to get yourself another car. But what's really nice about this is that you get basically a bridge, so you can turn this, you can double the size of this layout for only $39. You get the expanded set and the cross. As a matter of fact, that's a Bryan's bargain. If you go on to Bryan's bargain, I think it's a Bryan's bargain 20 something. Bryan's bargain 22, 23. I'm just wondering if now this set right here, let me explain the history of this set. So this set came out in 21. Okay, 2021. This set came out in 2021. This is the California Cruising. We sold over 200 of these sets. Plus, I opened another 50. Okay, this was a great set. Okay, and this is a set you need to get. Okay, you know, I was just thinking. You know, I just was thinking of something in my head, and I got distracted. That happens a lot because I think about how much I've done in sets. So we sold Victory 400 sets. We sold about 500 Victory 400s, and if I was a company and I was selling slot cars. And I had a customer that sold 500 slot car sets. I would probably be calling him every day and asking him, "How do you do that? How can we help you do more?" Okay. Now I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because I want. Yeah, I am. I am basically. I'm saying, listen, I know what I'm doing. Okay, I sold 200 of these race sets. I sold five. Matter of fact, I remember when Auto World called me and said, "Well, hey, I don't think I'm only going to take 100 of those." Oh no, you got to take more than that. And so I took 400 Victory 400s. Okay. And we sold every single one of them. I don't have a single Victory 400 left. Not a single one. And the same thing with this. We sold 200 of these. Okay. I've sold, over the last 5 years, I've sold over 1,000 sets. Just me and my little store, ProTinkerToys.com. Not a big chain, just a small toy store, ProTinkerToys.com. Now, and this is a really nice set because now this is a good set. Here, let me show you something. You want me to show you something that's really amazing? Okay. And this is really a good deal too. Okay, so you want to get the best of everything. You buy the California. Well, you know what? What the heck? What the heck? Hold on a second. How do I do this? Do I do it out there or do I do it in here? All right, let's just do it, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to do what we need to do is we're going to sell you we're going to do a Bryan's bargain. We're going to do a California Cruising set because this comes with a 55 Bel Air Extraction, a Ford 4-gear car. You're going to get a 4-gear car, Ford pickup. Okay, you get 14 feet of track. So you get this set, plus you're going to get a cross-track set, which is going to give you two 4-gear cars and more track. So we're going to give you that set. And then you're going to get the expanded track because you'll have another Bel Air that you can flip out. So you're going to get 3 sets. Let's see here. How do we want to do this? So I can get this good picture here. I got to bring up that a little bit. There we go, right to there. There we go. There you go. You get 3 sets. You get 3 sets. And that's a Bryan's bargain. Bryan 77. So this is Bryan's bargain. 78. California Cruising Expanda set. So this is the California Cruise expanding set, okay? And we're going to save that. Now we got to get the image. Actually, we got to put it at Bryan's Bargain 78. Bryan's Bargain 78. Bryan's Bargain 78. Bryan's Bargain 78. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the Bryan's Bargain 78. Bryan's Bargain 78. And we're going to put 5 of those. We're going to save that. Take a nice picture. We're going to replace the background. We're going to take the background off of this image. We're going to continue. We're going to put a white background. See how that white background, it changes it? And then we're going to save it. So now that image is saved. So the image is better now. Now what we're going to do is view all. We're going to get rid of the old one because we don't need to see the old image. And so when you click on, you'll see the new image. Now why isn't that there? See, expand a set. Doesn't that look better? Doesn't that picture look better? All right, so we have all 3 sets, and so how much do we? So we're probably going to be in the. We're just going to, right now we're going to put them at 249 because California Cruising Expand a set. You get the following 3 sets. Comma, next line. SRS 351, comma, STR 112, comma, TRX 112, comma, TR SRS 331. Okay, so you get the Expanda set. This race set's normally $100. It's $200, $249. You save about $100. $249. You get all three sets for $249. That's a good deal actually, because the California Cruising set's $150. This set's $100, so that's $150 plus this is $39.99. That's about $300. So you're getting all three sets for $249. But I'll do this because I'm such a great guy. I'll go $225. We're gonna do $225. You get all three sets for $225. What a deal! Another Bryan's bargain. Another Bryan's bargain out the window. Yes, sirree. Bryan's bargain out the window. Bryan's bargain is another deal that you don't want to miss up. We got all the deals, all the sweet deals at Bryan's bargains. We got everything for everybody. If you don't have it, if you don't want it, you don't get it. Oh my gosh. That just smells. Now, why did I lose the signal again? Why did I lose the signal? Huh? We lost the signal again. What the heck is going on? Well, I don't know why, but we lost the signal again on YouTube or on X. For some reason, X. Nothing better smell than a cap gun, man. Oh, I'm telling you. There is nothing better smell than a cap. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, you couldn't. Unbelievable. Okay, so we have that basically it's sets, but you know, in a sense that the Expanda set is really just an Expanda set. You get the NASCAR or the California Cruising plus the cross track set. Another great set. So that's a great Bryan's bargain. Bryan's bargain. There's only 5 of them available. We got all these Bryan's bargains. We have 78 Bryan's bargains now. 78. We have the new Coca-Cola cups. Don't forget to get your new Coca-Cola cups. Those are $225. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the new Coca-Cola cups. Let's see if we can find them. Let's see if they were put on top of the Coca-Cola machine. Ouch. They should have been put on top of the Coca-Cola machine. But there's no Coca-Cola machine. There are no Coca-Cola cups in there. Those are the new ones. Those are the new Coca-Cola cups. And we've got one person back on X. So, Okay, now we've had a very good week. It's actually been a very good week this week. We got a lot of people watching the live stream today. We did have over 40. Now we're down to, or 50. Now we're down to 40. Oh my gosh. There's a rat. I just got it. Got that rat. Let's see where my Coca-Cola cups are. Is Daniel supposed to be here? Did you talk to him lately? Okay, now you don't have to buy one of these, but these are really, if you want to get a nice set of cups for summertime and have out on your patio, and these are very high, these will last forever. Okay, these are what you call restaurant cups, and the reason why they'll last forever is they're made of a very durable plastic. Okay, very durable. They're really nice. They say Coca-Cola on them. Just a nice quality cup. Okay. And these are made in Houston, Texas. Okay. No, they're not. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Why can't made in China? Why does it say Houston, Texas, USA, made in China? Why does it say that? You gotta be kidding. Look at this. It says Houston, Texas, USA, made in China. Now, this is a prime example. You can make this cheaper in the U.S. I don't care what you tell me. Anyways, these are brand new Coca-Cola cups. This is a new item that we have. It's on our website. You can go and buy your brand new Coca-Cola cup. I would buy like 5 at a time. Just get a nice collection of them. You can put them in your out on your patio for summertime. And yeah, for root beer floats. Oh, you're right. These would be great for root beer floats. We even have Barks root beer, I think. They were supposed to deliver. Yeah, we have Barks root beer. Get a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream and put it inside that. That's a very good idea. And these are available at ProTinkerToys.com. Coca-Cola. And so that is... and then we have the Bryan's Bargains. We have so many Bryan's Bargains. We have Bryan's Bargains 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67. One of these is all messed up, though. I didn't change it. That has all those cars, and that's 67. 68, maybe 68 is the one that's all messed up. No, that's got the Snake Mongoose. Yep, Tom Mongoose. '66, '63, '62, '61, '60, '59, '58, '57, '56, '55, '54, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 47, 39, 39, 53, 52, 50. Bryan's Bargain, the sampled Senna set, that's sold out. Bryan's Bargain Fly Car, Mega Fly Car. There's 3 available. Bryan's Bargain Mega Fly Car, 20 cars for $200. $20 cars. We don't have any of those. The Fly, we're gonna put 10 more Fly assortments. I'm gonna put 20 more. So you can buy 20 Fly cars for $200. I just put more in stock. That's Bryan's Bargain number 40. Bryan's Bargain 40. 20 Fly cars for 200 bucks. You got 38. You got the Senna set, lot set for $379. $379. You get the lot. You get the Senna set. You get the track pack and 3 cars for $379. That's a great deal. Wow, that's a great deal. Why is anybody buying that? Holy cow, that's an awesome deal. You get the track pack plus 3 cars for $379. Oh my gosh. 38, Bryan's Bargain 38. You got the Rally and the Blues Brothers set for $399. These are all great deals. You got 35, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Oh my gosh. All of these Bryan's bargains. Holy cow. Here's another one. 229. Oh, that's even better. That's the same price as the other one. We're going to put that, we're going to lower that to $199. That's the same one that I just did today. Bryan's Bargain 30. Bryan's Bargain 30. Same price. We're just going to put it $225. That's Bryan's Bargain number 30. And these Bryan's Bargains are phenomenal. I don't know why people haven't taken advantage of all these. Oh my gosh, Bryan's Bargain 22. Bryan's Bargain 22, you get the Expanda set, you get the expanded set, the California Cruising plus 2 extra cars plus an extra chassis. 2 extra cars plus a chassis. 2 extra cars plus a chassis. Can you see that? Expanded set. Look at that. Look at that. And that's Bryan's Bargain number, that's $229 too. Oh, I can't do $229. Oh yeah, I can, because I'm giving you, I'm not doing that set. Yeah, $229. That's a phenomenal deal. Bryan's Bargain 22. You got Bryan's Bargain 21. You just got to go over all the Bryan's Bargains. You literally, if you don't have anything to do today, you just basically go and look at all the Bryan's Bargains. You just scroll through all the Bryan's Bargains. That's what you got to do. You got to scroll through all the Bryan's Bargains. Because some of these Bryan's Bargains are crazy. You got Bryan's Bargain number 21, which are all the Bel Airs. Bel Air and Nomads. I have one that's just the Bel Air. This is Nomads and Bel Airs. That's Bargain 21 for $275. Holy cow. And then you got Bryan's Bargain 20. Oh my gosh, that's 5 fly cars. And then you got Bryan's Bargain 19, which is all of the all the classic GT40s. Look at that. You got to check out all the Bryan's bargains. I mean, I could go through each one of those. So this is Bryan's bargain number 1. This was the first Bryan's bargain that I ever did. And it is basically the Knight Rider, a track pack, and, oh, shoot. And 2 of the Ford Mustangs. Back to the Future Knight Rider set. And you get that for $275. That's a steal. That's Bryan's bargain number 1. It's just we just have so many Bryan's bargains. That's the problem. Bryan's bargains 16.4. We got slot cars. We have RC cars in the Bryan's bargains. We have Bryan's bargain number 3, which is the Infinity set plus 4. Well, this is a great deal. You get the Infinity set from Racemaster plus 4 cars. And that's $179. $179 for number 4. And all you have to do is go, if you've got a tablet, all you have to do is you go to your little compass here, you type your compass, and you come into ProTinkerToys.com. It'll show you all the new stuff. And this is all the new stuff. We got Bryan's bargain number 78 for $225. We've got the Bryan's bargain 24-ounce red plastic Coca-Cola cup, or you got the red classic texture Coca-Cola cup plastic tumbler. All right. And then you got all these Bryan's bargains. All the Bryan's bargains. I mean, there are just so many of them. There are so many deals available at ProTinkerToys.com. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. How many Bryan's bargains? And we're only 1 page of Bryan's bargains. 1 page. There's like 5 pages. There's like 5 next. Yep. Look at all these. Oh my gosh. Those are new items. And then pre-orders, exclusives, Bryan's bargains. You type Bryan's bargains and all the Bryan's bargains will show up. Look at that. All the Bryan's bargains. Look at them. Go to the next page. Look at that. Unbelievable. Very low stock. 1 unit left. So we have the Bryan's bargain, the Rally set, and the Blues Brothers. Now it says we're low on that. That's Bryan's bargain 38. So what we need to do is go back to 38. Bryan's bargain 38. It says we have 4 of them. No, that's not it. That means that's wrong. Okay, so how do I fix that? All right, Bryan's bargain 38. How many do we have? 1. We have 1 left. We're going to put 4 more in stock. So Bryan's bargain $3.99. You get the 4x4 set, and you get the 4x4 set, and you get the Rally 4x4 and the Blues Brothers for $3.99. I hate to tell you this, but that is a steal. That's a great purchase. The Rally 4x4 and the Blues Brothers set. Rally 4x4 and Blues Brothers. So you get both sets for $3.99. $3.99. I mean, that is just a great deal. I'm telling you right now. $3.99. $3.99, baby. Now, my daughter-in-law went and got me these beautiful Spanish-made donuts.
Donuts.
These are made by Mexicans in Mexico and overnighted.
Aw.
Yep.
come with free food poisoning.
I mean, these are really good donuts. Giant Raceway set. We just sold a Giant Raceway. Go ahead and put those inside the box.
Yeah, Sarah sold us yesterday over the phone.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Wow. Made in China. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. This is about as healthy as you can get.
Could you grab those real quick? And then,
Bryan's Bargain. Bryan's Bargain.
Bryan bargain. And then I just need the top one. Everything else is in the AFX aisle.
Fast and Furious, Johnny Lightning. Fast and Furious, Johnny Lightning. Number 3. Fast and Furious, Johnny Lightning. Nissan Skyline. There we go. All right.
Other than that, Bryan's bargain.
Bryan's Bargain. Got the yellow, the red. You can have one.
I was gonna try and steal it. And
No,
then
you can have one.
Be like this.
I don't like you, but you can have one anyway. Okay, so this guy bought a Bryan's Bargain. You get all 3 of the Bel Airs. That's right. You get that Bel Air. Got that Bel Air. Did your mom like me calling her yesterday? Did she comment yesterday?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Grounded.
What? Here. Hey, Dodo Bird.
What do you know my middle name?
Okay. Now, let's get something straight, everybody. Arbuckle. Let's get something on it. Let's just cut to the chase, okay? Arbuckle really cares about me, okay? And he cares that I care that he cares. And the problem with Arbuckle is he doesn't understand how I can be completely healthy and eat all this garbage that I eat. And that's a very good question. That's a very good question, okay? No. Looks like Temu couldn't find them there. Well, I'm not going to go there. AFX track is not necessarily better. I have the same amount of complaints about AFX track that I have with Auto.
Built the same factory.
Yeah.
They're just trying to poke the bear, Bryan.
I know they are. I know. Snuggle's always trying to poke the bear. So, we basically have a conundrum here. Looked on Temu, couldn't find them there. No, you can't find the Coca-Cola cups on Temu because they are licensed to Coca-Cola.
Have you ever bought anything on Temu?
What's your problem in life?
I said, have you ever bought anything on Temu?
Yes, I have.
Was it any good?
No, it's all junk.
That's what I figured.
Everything on Temu, if you buy something on Temu,
You're supporting the Communist Party.
you're supporting the Communist Party. Plus, it will last. It's made with inferior plastics. Okay. Now, a lot of people, well, what's inferior plastic? Well, it's basically plastic that literally will just crumble and fall apart. So, it is probably the most useless stuff on Temu. It's just pure if you want to buy garbage, that's fine. You can go do. I'm just telling you that when you buy it on Temu, expect it to break within the first year. Okay, if you buy it on Temu, expect it to break for the first year. Okay, and you'll be fine if you buy something on Temu and you find a gadget you like and everything. Because I bought these and they were on Marketplace. I bought these plastic. You've seen them, my pancake dispensers. Absolute junk. They didn't last a year. One didn't last a year because the cylinder just literally cracked. The plastic was so inferior, it just cracked. Completely junk. Okay. So that's why you should always buy from ProTinkerToys.com. You should not buy anywhere else other than at my store. Okay. Because we are guaranteeing you quality product at a quality price. And you're supporting ProTinkerToys.com, which is really supporting the family. We are a family operation. It's called generational wealth, okay? That's what my son's. Bryan is obsessed with the word generational wealth. I think he has a dysfunctional brain cell that always, generating wealth, Dad, generating wealth, which is fine. I'm going to be dead in 35 years, okay? I will be dead in 35 years, okay? And there's not a thing that I can do to stop it, okay? Now, Arbuckle gets mad at me when I say that I'm going to live to be 100. Everybody, oh, that's impossible. You can't guarantee it. You could go tomorrow. Yes, I could go tomorrow. I could go today. I could go right now. I could have a heart attack right now, and I could die right this second. I could fall on the ground, and I would be gone, okay? And there's nothing, I'm going to tell you this, there is nothing on this planet or anywhere else in the universe that can stop it. If you have been, there has been a time set. Your life has been set, okay? And there's not a thing you can do to add it, and there's not a thing you can do to shorten it, okay? There's only one guy that defeated or I wouldn't say cheated out of it, because he didn't cheat anything. He literally, and it says, in the scriptures, and I know if you don't believe it, that's your business, not mine. In Genesis, he walked with God and was not. Okay, there's only one guy that ever did that. Okay, that literally was taken up before his time. All right, and that's Enoch. Okay, and then Adam, his grandsons, his great great grandson was alive when he died. He lived to be 962 years old. See, people don't even want to believe that. They just found out this new building in where did they find this building? And the evolutionists, all these nutcases that believe that the Earth is, millions of years old. The new Thomas, or the new telescope outside in the space. If the Big Bang if the Big Bang theory was correct, then there shouldn't be galaxies way out there. It should still be. Well, they've the Thomas, whatever that, I don't know what the name of that telescope, but they just shot it into a dark space, and they found all these galaxies that aren't supposed to be there. Listen, if you want to believe the earth is millions of years old, that's your business, okay? Okay, but there's nothing that you can tell me based on what I've seen lately in the last 100 years, okay, about all these ancient, if we've been told the truth, then all these ancient megalithic sites, you can't tell me that that was done by primitive, what do you call them? That we're just running around like idiots, gathering rocks and starting fires and killing animals. Okay, the Earth is flat, and the Earth is flat, and the moon is round. Yeah, believe me, yeah, hunter gatherers. Like they believe that we were hunter gatherers. All right. So I know this is going to shock a lot of you people, and a lot of you people will probably quit watching me when I say this, okay? So the earth is at most is 12,000 years old and at least 6,000 years old. And I took I took David and Frankie to Washington to go see the inauguration back in January. Well, we couldn't have it because it was too cold. And so we went to the Natural Museum of History. And David and I walked around. We kept seeing all these signs that say millions of years, 60 million, 100 million. And I said, where are they getting these numbers from? What are they? Are they just making these numbers up or what? And so then I was telling David, 1 million years, is a lot of years, okay? But you're talking 60 million years. It's like, give me a break, okay? So I don't know how I got off on that tangent. How did I get off on that tangent? Was it Mac Henry that got me off on that tangent? Why did I get off on that tangent? Does anybody know why I started getting off on that tangent? Oh, yeah, donuts. Okay, so donuts. No, I wasn't donuts. So how in the world did 2 hours go by so fast? How does that happen? Well, I'll tell you how it happens. All right, so I've been on air now for 2 hours. Okay, now how, what the heck? Oh my gosh. I have no idea how 2 hours have already gone by, okay? I really don't. I don't understand how fast this show has gone. All right, so we showed you all the new cars from 16, 17, and 18. All those new assortments are coming out, and we should be getting notification. I hope we got it today. They must be very... Sambo... You got off on a tangent to castaway customers. Thanks a lot, Arbuckle. I kept you, Arbuckle. You're the man. That's right. I'm the man. I'm the man. So they found this. See, here's the thing, guys. It's very simple. Okay, when you look at it from this perspective, it's very simple. Let's just, as a hypothesis, let's just say, just for the sake of saying, okay, if there was an advanced civilization before the flood, okay, then that would have to prove that there's a God, okay, and that he's a real God. Well, that you can't have that in academic history. You can't have that in science. You can't have all that because they want to deny all that. So to prove it, they cannot prove it. And that's really the problem. So when they find these civilizations like off the coast of Japan that are like 100 feet underwater and they can't explain it, well, then that's a natural phenomenon. And so that's the only way they can justify their belief, and it's really that simple. And they want to deny it. Listen, if you, and I don't want to really preach this, but I can't deny the faith, and if I deny the faith, then I've got to deny God, which I'm never going to deny God. And so Joey G, still waiting for 412. 412. Yes, 412 is coming. Yes, we're getting those also on Friday. And so if you want to know what is the problem with man, okay, and you want to know what his problem is over the last 6,000 years, all you have to do is read Romans 1, verses 18 through 32. It explains everything that's going on. It explains why man wants to deny the God. Everything. It's all explained in Romans 1, 18 through 32. Very simple. And you can see it playing off every day. You can see it playing every day. When they find this new megalithic site, where was this new megalithic site? They found this new megalithic site, and they're going, how in the world did they move these stones? There's no way to move them. And the way they did it was levitation, magnet. They had perfected levitation before the flood. They had anti-gravity. They probably had anti-gravity, and well, I hate to tell you, Snuggles, NASA is not the future of space. It's not. NASA will not be the future of space. NASA NASA continues to be the hindrance to space. NASA, okay. And so NASA is not the future of space in America. It is the hindrance. It's been the hindrance. I listened to this guy. I don't know if he was on Tucker Carlson. He was interviewing him. He said the biggest problem with the space industry has been NASA. NASA has been a hindrance to innovation and revolutionize new technology. And that's, what are you looking for?
This one.
The clear one.
Mm-hmm.
We should have them right there. Okay, if it's not here, then there's like 3 more boxes of them down at the sea container, or down at the warehouse. They're on the shelf. They're going down the main aisle on the right-hand side, or right-hand side, but on the left-hand side, there should be 2 boxes of them. I thought they were brought down here. I don't know why they always keep missing. So, now I know Snuggles used to work for JPL, okay? And he has a bias toward JPL. And that's fine. They did a great job in the 60s. It was over budget, and they really had a lot of levity, okay? But it was and now it's just too much bureaucracy. It's just the future of the future of. Oh yes, Derek. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
Real slow. You're slow today.
What do you mean I'm slow today? I had a great show. It's all over. We've been doing this 2 hours.
You need a Coke or something. Something. My energy drink or something.
The show is almost over, Derek.
Well, start another one.
Start another one, huh? Oh my gosh. Goodbye. Oh my gosh. Where did you get NASA? National Space or National Aeronautic Space. Today's show was sponsored by Anthony Bateman Sr. Well, see, that's the key. That is the key. That's the key. See, and listen, you know what? If you really want to know a great quote or a great line about the belief in God, and I hate to use a movie quote, but go watch the movie Alamo, the one with John Wayne. That's the only real Alamo movie, is the one with John Wayne. And in that movie, there's a tall guy in it that was really he was a character actor. And he explains, he goes, well, I can't really prove to you there's a God, or I can't convince you that there's a God and everything. And he kind of lays it out why he believes, okay? And it's just great. It's a great segment in the movie. It's called The Alamo. It's with John Wayne. The movie lost money when it first came out, but then it started making money later on. So I'm going to leave here. I'm going to leave this live stream right now, and I'm going to do a live stream on the way. I'm going to go to Daniel's house, and I'm going to do a live stream at the house, and it's going to only be like a 10-minute show, but I'm going to show you his house and how much we've progressed with his house, okay? We want to thank everybody for supporting ProTinkerToys.com. We want to thank everybody that has been supporting us, giving up. If we want to thank everybody for their support, and we want to thank I just want to thank everybody for supporting ProTinkerToys.com, supporting all that we do here, all the efforts that we do. We want to thank everybody for being supportive of ProTinkerToys.com and always supporting us in all that we do. We've got some great Bryan's bargains. You got to check all the Bryan's bargains out. We got 1 through 78. We have 78 Bryan's bargains. And sooner or later, I'm going to start all over. I'm just going to delete every one of them, and we're just going to start all over, Bryan's bargains. But, why delete a good bargain if it's a bargain? All I'm saying is this. If you're getting into slot cars, and I'm talking to X, and I'm talking to YouTube, I'm talking to you. If you're getting into slot cars, you want to get into slot cars, and you want to get a great deal, Bryan's bargains is the way to do it. You get a deal. I give you a deal, okay? Bryan's Bargain 36 is the best slot car deal. You get a 4x4 race set, Thunderjet, plus 11 cars, an expanded track, 2 chassis, okay? It's what a deal, I mean, I don't know what else. I can't jab slap you because that's not politically correct nowadays. I could jab slap you, but it would be very painful. Do you know where I'm talking about, where those are? Mm-hmm. Down the long aisle. Before you go down the long aisle, it's on the right-hand side, that aisle. On the left-hand side, top shelf, are the 2 boxes that have them in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need more in it's in the warehouse. Those are more out in the sea container. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. What are you listening to?
Nothing.
Who are you listening to?
You, Bryan Carter Young.
Bryan Carter Young. That's right. Bryan Carter. Better.
First class subqualified.
That's right. Subqualified. Ryan is not.
Bryan is not.
That's right. Shellback. Because I am Shellback. I am Shellback, baby. I had to be initiated Shellback. I had to go through a giant tube of crap. They put all of the the crap on the submarine down this giant tube, and we had to crawl through it. We got beaten and hit and punched and oh my gosh. But I got initiated, and I got the certificate, the shellback certificate. I still have it too. I'm telling you, those are things that, a lot of people out there, but hey, I'm proud of that, baby. I am proud that I'm shellback, baby. Hee-haw, cowboy, I'm shellback. Yeah, baby. Wow, cowboy. All right, well, there's only one person that likes to talk more than me, and I don't know why, but then that is Snuggles. For some reason, Snuggles is obsessed with commenting a lot of times. Okay, he loves it. He sucks it like a vacuum. You know what I'm saying? All right, what was I going to say? All right. Oh, yeah, Bryan's Bargains. So you want to check out all the Bryan's Bargains. I could say this a million times. Go check out. Oh, yeah. So you get the Rally 4x4. You get 10, 11 cars. You get everything you need to build a great race set at ProTinkerToys.com. Bryan's Bargain, 36. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that's 36. Let me do this really quick. Yep, there it is. I knew it. Bryan's Bargain, 36. Yeah, baby, this is it. This is the best bargain you can get. Now, we substitute some of the cars because we've sold out of them. But you basically get 11. You get 11 cars. You get the Rally 4x4. You get 11 cars. We're out of this car right here, the Sunco, so we substitute it. But you basically get all of these. You get the pit kit. You get the two of the exclusives. You get the Pro drag strip to double your layout. You get all of that, okay, in Bryan's Bargain, and it's only it's a steal. You get it for $4.99. $4.99. It's a deal. It's a steal. Now we will substitute cars that are sold out. Okay. Matter of fact, might not be the cars in the pictures. Read the description. It says it might not be the cars in the picture, but you do get 11 cars, all Thunderjets. Okay. It's a great deal at Bryan's Bargain, ProTinkerToys.com. All right, guys, we're going to shut down. We're going to shut down X first. So X is going to go X. We had 3 X broadcast stations today. We had 3 X shows today. Today is Thursday. We are not going to have an auction tonight, but we might have a live stream in the shed. Okay. And we're going to shut this down here. Turn this off. And we're going to come up here again. We're going to go to the front screen of the iPad. And we're going to be going live here, and I'm going to drive down to Daniel's house, okay?